Budgeting is just limiting your spendings and a band-aid to your spending habits. But we're better off fixing spending habits. And let me explain why. How's it going, guys? My name is Jack and welcome to my channel. Now, saving money has never been the most exciting topic. In a world where it's about getting as much as possible, as quickly as possible, and about going big or going home, saving money just isn't as attractive as the get-rich-quick schemes or the tactics about getting rid of your 9 to 5. The financial doctor has always told us to drink some water, eat some fruit, and keep a budget. And in 2021, we have more tools than ever before that link our bank accounts, track our spendings, and help us keep a budget. Yet 25% of Australians and 39% of Kiwis live paycheck to paycheck. Despite the pandemic in 2020, Australian household savings are pretty close to its all-time high and the highest it's ever been since the 1970s. Now, I know some of the statistics are skewed by the presence of JobKeeper and the job seeker schemes, but it also suggests that people that have kept their jobs have been able to save more money. Basically, the problem is not that people aren't doing budgets, but it's more the fact that they're not sticking to them, because getting lit on Saturday is more important than sitting down and sorting out some spreadsheets. And the question's always been, how can I save more money and not feel as I'm compromising my lifestyle? I have to give credit where credit is due. And Ramit Sethi is the one who said, spend lavishly on the things you love and cut back ruthlessly on the things you don't. Basically, this is about setting up your finances in a way where your fixed costs are automated. Anything else is cut down so that you can spend guilt-free on the things that you love. So if you're serious about sorting out your finances once and for all, here is a 3-step system that will create a little bit of pain right now, but relieve a lot of pain in the future. Now, the first thing you need to do is to track your spendings across a couple of months. Tracking your spending is the absolute number one thing you must do to get your finances under control. Now, there are heaps of apps that do this now, but my personal favorite is to do it on an Excel. It is a completely different experience for you to physically go through your bank statements and your credit card transactions and enter each transaction one by one into a spreadsheet. Very quickly, you'll understand where you're spending your money and how much of it is going to what categories. This is the personal finance equivalent of standing in the corner and thinking about your actions. One side effect of entering things into an Excel spreadsheet is that you'll get very fed up with entering transactions, multiple transactions daily. And therefore, there's a certain amount of pain that comes with every time you swipe your card or you make a transfer. Now, this is the first step to fixing your spending habits, and really the first step of you being able to understand exactly where your money goes. Now, for those of you that don't have something to work with, I have included in the description below a link to the template that I use to do my own finances. So please go down below and check that out. Now, once you have roughly 3 months worth of spending history, the second step is for you to start reviewing exactly where you can cut back on costs and where you're spending too much money on really stupid stuff. After tracking your spendings, you'll come to realize there's quite a lot of things that you spend money on month to month that you no longer use anymore. They may be gym subscriptions, magazine subscriptions, subscriptions to that finance magazine that you no longer need because you're subscribed to this channel and you've hit the notification bell and smashed the like button. Also, you would understand where you feel like you're overspending, as well as any categories where you get caught out all the time with unexpected costs. Now, I suggest you set up an account that you transfer money into every pay slip. Call it damage control, I've effed up, oh whatever it is, as long as it makes you feel some sort of pain and loss when you have to draw money out of this fund. So remember, the idea here is to try and minimize or reduce the cost of all these fixed items and things that we know we need to pay for, and then cut back completely on the things that we no longer need or use so that we can spend lavishly on the things that we love. Now this is why I have 5 snowboards currently in storage in an Australian summer. Spending lavishly for me means going to Japan or New Zealand every winter for snowboarding. It means to be able to travel every 6 months and being able to go to a restaurant once every month where we try and experience what the characters on Food Wars experience when their clothes blow off due to delicious food. So begin to understand what you need to put aside. Say if it was travel and you wanted to spend $10,000 somewhere in late 2021, I would put aside $1,000 every month towards a travel fund. So this is the start of step number 3, which is to automate. Automating is all about dispersing your paycheck to all these different accounts so that you don't need to even think about transferring. Just like the damage control fund, you can set up different accounts for your different saving targets. It actually helps to be really specific on what those different accounts are. So it could be snow trip for Japan, house deposit, bubble tea fund, whatever it is. I also suggest setting up a rent and utilities account that gets direct debited, because that's a fairly big fixed cost that you know comes up every month. The goal here really is to be able to automate your expenses to a point where the money comes in and then goes out to all your different accounts before you run around like you're rich, just making it rain everywhere you're going. Time the transfers so that your money goes into your rent and utilities, they go into your investment fund, they go into your different savings accounts. And then the only money that's left in your personal account is the money that you're allowed to spend for the month. Essentially what you've done is you've paid your future self to hold on to all your money, and then you've left your current self with just a small amount to work with. It is likely that you'll need to make a few slight adjustments over the coming months just to really fine-tune and refine the system. There'll be a few accounts where you have surplus money sitting in, and there'll be a few accounts where it just falls short every month. Because you know that everything's been taken care of, the money that you have in your personal account is an account you can spend somewhat guilt-free, knowing that your future self has all this money that's been pre-allocated to them. Now typically the whole process takes about 6 months for you to get an idea of how much you spend, review your spendings, and then to adjust your spendings to a point where it can be fully automated. And that's all. So thank you very much for watching. Helps me a lot if you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post next. And if there's any other questions or anything else, please leave a comment below and I'll be able to reply to any questions you have. And I'll see you guys later.